So what we need to do in order to give the same reference to these driver, what I'll be doing, I'll be creating a constructor of this homepage class. So I'll be saying something like public homepage this, and this should accept an argument called as web driver. Now, when the object of this home page is created, the constructor will be called, and the constructor is called over here. If you mouse over onto this constructor, it actually looks for this web driver in the arguments over here. So this web driver reference is what we have given over here. So this is already initialized. Now this constructor will going to hold the same value, that is new Firefox driver. And now when it goes over here, now the constructor, this has actually got, this is already initialized, right? Now this has got the value of new Firefox driver, and I want that this value should be passed on to the global web driver. So what I can do, I can call this global driver by saying this dot driver. So this is the keyword that we need to actually call, and we're going to assign this the value of this local driver reference like this. So whatever value that comes from here, from this constructor, the value that is coming is of new Firefox driver. So this value will now be assigned to your global driver. And now this global driver is already initialized with new Firefox driver. And whichever method will actually going to access the driver will going to have the value reference of the object of new Firefox driver. Now if you save this and if you run this again, you're going to see that this thing will going to work absolutely fine. So it goes to Zoho. The execution is a bit slow on Firefox. We should try switching to the Chrome browser. And see, it clicked on login. Right. So this is how we have achieved like the same driver reference of new Firefox driver in our business class. Right. And if I go back, you can see we don't have any. These are just the warnings because we have added the log4j, but we have not initiated it. So that is the reason the warnings are coming. So let's forget about these warnings for the time being. Now let's do the execution on Chrome driver. The exe files are in executable folder over here. That is in resources. We have the executable folder over here. So I'll just copy them, and we're gonna say system dot set property webdriver dot chrome dot driver, and the value will be of this chrome driver dot exe. Right, in this as well, the current project up till over here we can achieve it using system.getProperty user.dir, right? So I'm gonna give double backslashes and then one over here as well. Sorry. Right, and I'll be saying system.getProperty user.dir. This will give me the current directory path, and inside that we have these things. So just save this and run this again and see if the things work fine on a Chrome browser as well. and it clicked on login. Right. So yeah, I mean the site is a bit bulky, so we need to be bit patient while working on this website, right? So this is how the things got executed successfully fine on a Chrome browser as well. So this is how we have achieved the very first functionality of logging by creating a constructor over here and passing on the same driver reference which got initialized with the new Chrome driver over here. All right. Now, same way, if we want to go to sign up, so instead of go to login, I can say dot go to sign up to make sure that sign up works fine or not. It has gone to sign up, right? So all the functionalities that we have created on the home page is expected, like it's working as expected. Now let's perform something inside sign up. No, sign up as in log in. See, the prerequisite is that when we are automating this website, also already, I mean, this is not our in-house application, right? So we might be able to access this application for a limited period of time, right? So just try to do one thing, just create a free account of yours and then try to sign in with that account, right? So what we will be automating next is the sign up functionality. Now there are so many things I can see on sign up over here. I can go to business process, finance, IT help desk, email, sales, marketing, or I can perform my I can do a login as well over here, right? So this is a login functionality, not a sign up one. This is a login functionality. So what we're going to do, we'll not be creating different pages for all these functionalities. Rather, we're going to create just one single page in our business classes over here. I'll be adding a page called as login page, right? Login page.java, and whatever functionality that you see on this login page after clicking on login, you can implement all these functionalities in your business pages, right? So like it could be go to sales and marketing, go to HR, go to finance, right? You can write over here, or public void do login, right, which accepts username and password. So this username and password will be read on the runtime from your Excel sheet, right? Then you can do public void go to sales and marketing, right? And then go to finance, go to HR, right, like this. So let's say if I want to automate this login functionality, uh, just give me a moment. So what I need to do is, again, I need the WebDriver instance over here. Let's say WebDriver, and I would be needing a constructor of login page because I need the same driver reference over here as well. So I'll say WebDriver driver, And I can say this dot driver equal to driver to initiate the same driver reference. Whatever value that constructor drivers give, it will be assigned to the global driver. And then I can go over here, say driver dot find element by dot css. I'll take the css and say dot send keys, and we're gonna send the username. Similarly, I'm gonna send the password, and then we're gonna perform click on the login functionalities and say dot click. Right. So we'll go over here and inspect the CSS of email. This is this. And then for password is this. And for sign in, just a second. I updated this one itself. That's for password, and this is for sign in. And make sure it's one matching node, yes. And prior to this, we can see that this section is inside a frame, right? And the frame ID is Zoho IM. So we need to say driver dot switch to dot frame, that is a Zoho IM, right? And now let's call this functionality over here. After clicking on go to login, I'll create an object of login page. Login equal to new login page. Again, this will accept the driver reference because the constructor will be called, and then we'll say login dot to login with the username. I'll add my username over here, and then the password. There's just a dummy account. I'll say senior@123. That's it. And let's try to run it again, and let's see if everything works fine. So go on to login. Entered email password and clicked on sign in. And now navigating to the next page, and let's see. Okay, so this is like a Zoho, what we call it as is a Zoho homepage basically. Although we have already named homepage as our initial page, the test is successfully executed, right? So what name should we gonna give to this? So we can call it as a chat app, a CRM app, sales IQ app. So we can call it as a Zoho app page, right? So let's name it as Zoho app page. So because it's showing all apps over here. So this is a Zoho app page. So after performing login, we are now on to the next page, that is the Zoho app page, right?